Good day, everyone. Today we've got a great transformation here for you, as you can see from these before and after shots. I did a fair bit of talking while on site and discovered afterwards I can overlay talk such as this. So you hear me in a second while I was on site, and during the sped up portions, I'll turn to overlay or maybe throw in some music and go from there. Hope y'all enjoy. Alright everyone, this is my first video I've ever done for YouTube. I've wanted to do one for a while. Sorry about all the traffic noise. We're right here on a main road. But what we got going on here is I did the gutters at my customer's house, and I took a look at their pavers, asked them how long since they've last had them done. Obviously it's been a while. We got some growth going on. They got the moss, the lichen, so we're going to give it a little bit of a chemical treatment, and then we're going to do some pressure washing. As much as I'd love to use the surface cleaner on this job, which will make it probably a little bit faster, I'm going to be using the dirt killer, because that's what all the YouTube fans out there like, and that's what I'm told. So we'll get that going, and it's going to turn up a treat. So I'm really excited about how this one's going to turn out. So we'll have some pauses, we'll have probably some frame skips. So I'm going to switch over to some drone shots as well, just to make sure we get some good coverage, and hopefully this, first video, but hopefully I can do a good job with it. So enjoy. So a few things I just wanted to touch base on with the overlay here is the chemical I'm using is called SH, which is the standard for killing off organic materials such as the moss and the lichen, so that before we come and clean it off, we're hoping to actually kill off most of the spores so that they're not growing anywhere else or don't come back very quickly at all. The reason I'm using a pump sprayer is due to the parking restrictions actually out on the main road. I wasn't able to bring my trailer in with my longer hoses, my bigger tanks, and just my normal equipment. So I'm actually very curious, did you like the application process here with it getting all squared off? Would you want to see more of that in the future, or could you have skipped this whole part entirely? Did you not enjoy it at all? Let me know in the comments. So when I did this at first, when I was on site, I actually didn't think that turned out too well. So what it actually says is The Wash, which is my business, The Wash Pro Solutions. Bring us your problems and we'll do our best to bring you some solutions. We're based here in Adelaide, South Australia. Go pretty much all over the place, so give us a call if you need any pressure washing, gutter cleaning, window cleaning, solar panel cleaning, solar panel bird proofing, roof cleaning. And again, we do all this with residential and also commercial properties, so we got both of those. We got quite a bit of them. Me, the fellow team that go out to get all this work done, because what we want to do is, you got a problem, we want to solve it. So that's really what our business is really all about. But on top of that, you got a problem, bring it to us. We'll do our best to make sure we get a solution. If it's not with us, then it's with one of our extended networks. So here, again, you'll hear me talking about when I'm on site. I knew right away that I wanted to get these papers clean, because you just see the transformation that's happening. It's amazing. Customer was so ecstatic. She was happy afterwards. Couldn't believe the transformation, and you'll hear me in about a minute or two when I'm back on site with the speech I'm giving and just the color. I'll give a close up and the difference. It's literally night and day. It's so beautiful, especially at the end. You saw the aerial shots in the beginning. I was happy with it. You see my boots, my jeans are getting all dirty and filthy, which is the reason I wear jeans, so I'm not messing up my actual good work pants. But yeah, I hope you guys are enjoying it so far, and let me know what you like about this. Again, this is my first video, so I tried to plan out as best as I can. You've already seen some frame skips. I'm talking on overlay like this, which I didn't even know it was possible, which is why I talked so much in the field. But let me know what you guys think, and yeah, thank you very much. Well, alright y'all, so far so good. Now I know there's probably going to be a lot of comments saying I've missed a bunch of the black and the moss that's in it, but here in Australia, where we like our pavers and our clay, and also putting lots of different colors into the beige clay, there is a lot of this is just a part of the brick. Now, but once we move over and transition, actually let's go over here where it's a little more solid. Uh, so I was trying to write my company name, The Wash, into the debris, but obviously you guys probably got a good laugh at that, seeing that that didn't work. But now let's get side-by-side view. This way, like I tried to do straight lines, do a little shift here. Yeah, so that's what we're aiming for. That's why I knew it was going to turn out so good. Look at the vibrance of the red, the gray, completely different colors, very different colors. So that's the beauty of this. That's why we take care of our pavers, our driveways, keep everything looking nice, spick and span. So we're going to keep going on with this. Keep going on. Hope you guys are enjoying thus far. And stay tuned. I got getting sprinkled on a little bit, so we'll see if we'll get that drone in the air. Don't want it bombarded and crashing. Well, again, bombarded and then crashing. If you saw me at the end, what I was doing was the fence was covered in dirt and debris, as you can well imagine. So I was just giving it a little bit rinse off. Didn't want that to actually set in on the fence or paint for any reason. Shouldn't do any damage. Probably wouldn't at all, but I just like to keep things clean. You know, people walking by, see your name, they want to get a card, and they see the fence and they're like, I don't want that. My property, look what Messi's making. So anyway, we'll continue on. Worst part about using a dirt killer on something this dirty is you get all that stuff just sprays right back onto you, 360 degrees. It's just splattering it everywhere. Surface cleaner is the way to go. If you have one, definitely want to use it on these bigger messy jobs. So this one I actually wanted to talk about. So the grid that's happening, what that's happening for a very particular reason. When the muck and dirt, at this point, it's starting to get so much that when I'm actually right there, I got the mist and the water spraying up in my face, all around. The dirt is moving, and it's actually covering spots I've already done, and the spots I haven't done. So when you follow a grid pattern, it makes it very easy to, or at least a lot easier to remember where you got up to. And this is more learn skill for anyone new trying to get into the pressure washing game. Maybe they're just getting out there, or the do-it-selfer at their home. They got their own machine. It's a very easy thing. Now I've gone for more of a crisscross pattern here, and what I was hoping, because pavers actually are the reason I'm getting all messy there, is because there's so many different angles every 150 mil that water and the debris is splashing right back up at me, and literally splashing in a 360-degree area because of all those angles. I was hoping that if I followed the actual indented lines, that hopefully it wouldn't spray as much. And you know what? It did make a slight little bit of a difference, but it didn't make enough of a difference that going from square to diamond actually made that much of a difference. One of the things you'll see right here in the next clips is that it did start raining on me, and I was really worried that with the water drops coming on and happening, that it was going to hit that stop button, that all this stuff was going to stop being recorded. I could have skipped all this, but you know what? It was a part of it, and just watching that right there, I'm seeing that transformation just boom boom. It's doing well. That towel, I'll remember next time, get that learning curve in. Sun's starting to come back out, so I remove that towel now. And but yeah, just didn't want the rain on the phone because obviously water damage. But the worst thing, stopping the film and not having this to actually put together and put on YouTube. But again, anyone that's looking to get into it or has been doing pressure washing for a while, do the squares. If you're not, it's just the best way to keep track. It's really the most efficient. Now coming here, this is, close to the last steps that you do on a pressure washing site is the actual wash down. And now cement I love because it just slides on through. Pavers, like I mentioned, all those grooves every 150 mil, just a pain. And then pavers, they're also very, very porous. So all this debris it's immediately caught back in there. You can see where I'm stepping right now, how it almost doesn't even look like I did anything to it, or good enough job to the pavers, because there's still a bit of black there, still a bit of debris it looks like. But what that is actually happening is it's just getting retrapped in the porousness of those pavers. Now it looks like we've switched over here. Now we got the drone shot going on, so hopefully no one gets a little bit motion sickness. We got some turbulence happening. It was a rainy day. This was a day I could just fit this job in. My pressure washer was going in for maintenance soon, and I didn't want to lose the job because I wanted this transformation. I wanted to make this video. This site really inspired me to do this video, which I've been wanting to do for a long time. Just never really had something this good and changing and transforming to that I thought was worthy of putting up on YouTube. So again, you can see for anyone new coming in, this is where you need to really pay attention when you're pressure washing, is when the wash down comes. You can see where I'm spraying, it's very light, but then you see all where I already was, it turns really dark again, and that's the debris getting trapped in the pavers. Really, surface cleaner would have been the way to go, like I've mentioned already, because it gives just a nice, even, non-messy method to actually getting this done. Everything gets trapped underneath there. It doesn't spray. You can see my sprayers going all the way to the plants on the right, and the surface cleaner really only has about 100 200 mil that it actually escapes from underneath that drum. So definitely, if you're in this business, if you're new to the business, I would highly recommend one of those versus a dirt killer like this. But honestly, after I got to this point, I really didn't think there was any option other than using the dirt killer or turbo nozzle, because this stuff was so thick, it was so heavy on there. It's been there for like 20 years. It was ridiculous. I don't think that even with the surface cleaner, I was going to have to come back and redo it with this. It needed to be done with the dirt killer, with that chemical treatment. Right now, you can see all that muck, just, if you take your eyes away from where I'm spraying, just what's behind me, river of muck and debris. That was gross on that day. So I just think it's been a little bit too quiet for a little bit too long. I'm trying to find out how to do licensing with the music, put some songs that aren't annoying, something that you guys will enjoy. I don't know if the silence is better. But I decided, this part actually took me a lot longer than that first half we saw in the last section. And the reason for that was, as I mentioned, there was that river of muck and dirt and mud that was just building up behind me, and it has nowhere to go. This corner is a downhill corner. You can see how it keeps trying to move back to where I'm spraying. So I'm moving all this mud and this excess sand from off the top of the pavers, and it keeps coming right back towards me. So I'm having to fight the battle 2, 3, 4 times with the same material and growth. And that's something that you need to keep in mind as a novice pressure washer, is you need to really look at where your drainage is going. Where's the water going to be sliding down? Where's your downhill slopes? Where's the catchments? Now on this side, I have the two raised garden barriers that really help the water to, it only gives me one direction to actually spray everything, and that's back towards the street, towards the front. And I was very zealous in my camera angles that I wanted to achieve and where I wanted to get things done. And I really didn't know how long my batteries were going to last, so I wanted to get the first section done before I came over here and did these. But yeah, just another tip: look at those downward slopes, see where your water is going to go, so you don't have to fight these battles multiple times over and over again. Real quick video because the batteries are dying on my drone and my phone, so I'm going to chalk that up to about a first time video lesson to be learned. Just in case my phone isn't able to make it through, it is at 5% now. Started at 100, but here we go. Just want to put the difference out there. Still have to wash off that area there, all the area. You can see here, this is the kind of stuff that actually comes up. All this muck, some people think that's the sand from in between the pavers, but what that is that's all the sand, the moss, the goop, the everything that's been trapped on top of the pavers. And you can see here, obviously in between the pavers where the moss has grown over the decades, but literally this house has not been pressurized in I think she said about 20 years. So with how it's coming up, this is amazing. So yeah, once it's done, we'll get some more aerial shots, let the batteries go up. But just I'd say sorry guys for not having that backup happen, for being able to finish this off and do a full view. But I know the pictures afterwards, the videos, the drone footage afterwards are going to come out good. So stick around through the magic of video editing, maybe about a minute or 1 second. Here it comes. Alright guys, here we are. We're at the finish line. We're here. Again, all that muck, that dirt, everything that came up off those pavers, all that was just sitting on top of those pavers for years, decades, just sitting there messing up these pavers, keeping them from the life that they actually bring to the house. This kind of thing that it is brilliant to actually do, because just the customer coming home to their driveway, coming home to your front yard, the first thing you see when you get home, there's this vibrancy now. I've gotten rid of the dreary, the dark, the muck that's there, and I'm hoping this really livens up every time she comes back home or just goes into her yard to see this vibrancy there. One thing I did want to ask of everyone was, in the comments, just let me know, did I talk too much during this video? Once again, probably overstated. It is my first video. I don't know if talking is a bad thing. I don't know if it's a good thing. Another thing just to explain is you can see all the darkness at the bottom where the dirt and everything gets trapped again, once again in the pavers. And that gets gone with rain and just the next time coming around to pressure wash. And it'll continue to not be trapped there. It'll be loose material, and you'll be able to a lot more effectively get rid of. But as we come up to the end here, the wash is, it's the wash is completing. It's being done. We'll come up to the last hover up videos where it'll be the before, the mid, and then the after from the drone footage. But yeah, please give me some feedback, some constructive criticism, and let me know. Thank you guys for watching. If you liked, if it shared anything, much appreciate. Again, have great life and appreciate you all. Take care.